Greetings, seekers of wisdom and enlightenment. Today we explore a topic that has fascinated humanity for centuries: the extraordinary abilities that manifest in a select few individuals. These abilities, often called superpowers, go beyond what we consider normal human capabilities. They represent the pinnacle of human potential, the result of deep spiritual awakening and intense inner work. In our exploration, we'll uncover 4 superpowers that only a chosen few possess. These aren't flashy abilities you might see in comic books or movies. Instead, they're profound spiritual capacities that can transform not only the individual who possesses them, but also the world around them. As we discuss each superpower, I invite you to reflect on your own experiences and potential. Have you ever sensed these abilities stirring within you? Have you encountered others who seem to possess them? These questions might lead you to unexpected revelations about yourself and your path. Remember, these superpowers aren't gifts bestowed upon the lucky few by some external force. They're the result of dedicated spiritual practice, unwavering commitment to personal growth, and a deep connection to the universal consciousness. They represent what's possible when we fully align with our highest selves and the cosmic energy that flows through all things. Let's begin with the first superpower: absolute presence. This is the ability to be completely, utterly present in each moment, free from the distractions of past regrets or future anxieties. Those who possess this superpower experience reality with an intensity and clarity that most of us can hardly imagine. Absolute presence isn't just about focusing on the here and now. It's a state of being where the boundaries between self and environment dissolve. The individual becomes one with their surroundings, experiencing a profound sense of unity with all of existence. This superpower allows its possessor to perceive the world with extraordinary depth and richness. Colors appear more vivid, sounds more nuanced, and the subtle energies that permeate everything become tangible. Time seems to slow down or even stop, as each moment expands into eternity. But absolute presence isn't just about perception. It also grants incredible power to act in the world. When you're fully present, your actions flow from a place of deep wisdom and intuition. You respond to situations with perfect timing and appropriateness, unburdened by hesitation or second guessing. This superpower also brings immense peace and contentment. Those who possess it are free from the restless searching that plagues so many of us. They find fulfillment not in achieving future goals or reliving past glories, but in the simple act of being. How can we cultivate this superpower? It begins with mindfulness practice, but goes far beyond it. We must learn to quiet not just our thoughts, but our very sense of self. This requires facing our deepest fears and attachments, letting go of everything we think we know about ourselves and the world. The path to absolute presence is not an easy one. It requires courage, persistence, and a willingness to be radically honest with ourselves. We must be willing to sit with discomfort, to face the parts of ourselves we've long ignored or denied. As you reflect on this superpower, consider, when have you experienced moments of deep presence? How did it feel? What held you back from staying in that state? These questions can guide you towards developing your own capacity for absolute presence. Remember, this superpower isn't about achieving some perfect state of mind. It's about gradually expanding our capacity to be present, moment by moment. Even small increases in our ability to be present can have profound effects on our lives and the lives of those around us. In our next segment, we'll explore another extraordinary superpower possessed by only a chosen few. This ability goes beyond the personal realm, allowing its possessor to profoundly impact the world around them. Are you ready to uncover more of humanity's hidden potential? As we journey deeper into the realm of extraordinary human potential, we encounter the second superpower, quantum resonance. This ability allows its possessor to tune into and manipulate the fundamental vibrations that underlie all of reality. To understand quantum resonance, we must first recognize that everything in the universe is energy vibrating at different frequencies. From the smallest subatomic particle to the largest celestial body, all is in constant motion, creating a cosmic symphony of vibrations. Those who have developed the superpower of quantum resonance can perceive these vibrations directly. They see beyond the illusion of solid matter, experiencing reality as a vast sea of pulsating energy. But their ability goes far beyond mere perception. They can also interact with these vibrations, altering them through the power of their consciousness. This superpower manifests in various ways. At its most basic level, it allows for extraordinary intuition and empathy. The possessor can read the energy of people, places, and situations, gaining deep insights that go far beyond what's apparent on the surface. At higher levels of mastery, quantum resonance enables seemingly miraculous feats. The individual can influence physical matter, accelerate healing processes, and even affect probability itself. They become a conscious co-creator of reality, shaping the world around them through the focused application of their will. But make no mistake, this isn't about imposing one's desires on the world. Those who truly master quantum resonance understand the interconnected nature of all things. They recognize that their own vibration is inseparable from the greater whole. As such, their actions always aim to harmonize with the highest good of all. How does one develop this superpower? It begins with developing sensitivity to subtle energies. This involves quieting the mind and opening oneself to sensations beyond the 5 physical senses. Practices like meditation, energy work, and spending time in nature can help cultivate this sensitivity. As sensitivity grows, the next step is learning to consciously direct one's own energy. This involves understanding the power of intention and learning to focus one's thoughts and emotions with precision. It's a process of becoming aware of how our internal state affects the world around us and taking responsibility for that impact. The final stage in developing quantum resonance is surrendering to the flow of universal energy. This paradoxical step requires letting go of the ego's desire to control, while simultaneously maintaining a clear intention. It's about aligning one's personal will with the greater cosmic will. This process of development isn't linear, and it often involves profound challenges. Those on this path may experience periods of intense sensitivity, where the constant influx of energy information becomes overwhelming. They may also face deep-seated fears and limiting beliefs that arise as they begin to experience reality in a radically new way. Yet, for those who persist, the rewards are beyond imagination. They gain access to a level of wisdom and power that most humans never even dream of. They become conscious participants in the cosmic dance, able to flow with the currents of creation and shape reality itself. As you contemplate this superpower, reflect on your own experiences with energy and vibration. Have you ever felt a sudden shift in the atmosphere of a room? Have you experienced moments of unexplainable knowing or connection? These could be early signs of your own capacity for quantum resonance. Remember, developing this superpower isn't about gaining personal power or control. It's about expanding your awareness to embrace the full spectrum of existence. It's about recognizing your role as both an individual expression of consciousness and an integral part of the greater whole. In our next segment, we'll explore a superpower that delves into the very nature of time and space. This ability challenges our fundamental assumptions about reality and opens up possibilities that seem to defy the laws of physics. Are you prepared to stretch your understanding of what's possible? Let's continue our exploration of the 4 superpowers only a few chosen ones possess. Our exploration now leads us to the 3rd superpower, chronospatial fluidity. This extraordinary ability allows its possessor to navigate the fabric of time and space with a freedom that defies conventional understanding. It's a power that challenges our most fundamental assumptions about the nature of reality. To comprehend chronospatial fluidity, we must first recognize that our common perception of time as a linear progression and space as a fixed container is merely a limited perspective. In truth, time and space are far more fluid and interconnected than we typically realize. Those who have developed this superpower can perceive and interact with the multidimensional nature of existence. They see beyond the illusion of separate moments strung together in a line. Instead, they experience all of time, past, present, and future as a single, eternal now. This ability manifests in various ways. At its most basic level, it grants extraordinary insight into past and future events. The possessor can access information from any point in time, tapping into what mystics have long called the Akashic Records, the universal repository of all knowledge and experience. But chronospatial fluidity goes far beyond mere information gathering. Those who have mastered this power can actually influence events across time and space. They can heal past traumas, shape future outcomes, and even alter the course of history, not through physical action, but through the focused application of consciousness. This might sound like the stuff of science fiction, but it's grounded in principles that cutting-edge physics is only beginning to understand. Concepts like quantum entanglement and non-locality hint at the interconnected nature of all things across time and space. Those with chronospatial fluidity have simply learned to consciously work with these principles. Developing this superpower requires a profound shift in consciousness. It involves releasing our attachment to linear time and our identification with a fixed point in space. This is no small task. Our entire sense of self is often built around these concepts. The journey begins with expanding our awareness beyond the present moment. This involves practices that connect us with the past and future, such as ancestral healing work, past life regression, and future visioning. As we engage with these practices, we start to experience time as more fluid and accessible. Simultaneously, we must work on expanding our sense of self beyond the confines of our physical body. This involves practices that cultivate a sense of oneness with all of existence. Deep meditation, plant medicine journeys, and peak experiences in nature can all contribute to this expansion. As our consciousness expands, we begin to experience reality as a vast, interconnected web. We see how every moment is connected to every other moment, how every point in space is linked to every other point. We realize that we are not separate observers of this web, but integral parts of it. The final stage in developing chronospatial fluidity is learning to navigate this web consciously. This involves cultivating a state of deep presence combined with clear intention. But it's about learning to focus our consciousness with such precision that we can direct it to any point in the time-space continuum. This process of development often comes with intense challenges. As our perception of reality shifts, we may experience disorientation and confusion. Our understanding of cause and effect may be severely challenged. We might face ethical dilemmas as we grapple with the responsibility of influencing events across time and space. Yet, for those who persist, the rewards are beyond imagination. They gain a perspective on existence that few humans ever experience. They become conscious participants in the grand dance of creation, able to move through the cosmos with freedom and purpose. As you reflect on this superpower, consider your own relationship with time and space. Have you ever experienced moments where time seemed to stand still or flow differently? Have you had dreams or visions that seem to transcend your current location? These could be glimpses of your own potential for chronospatial fluidity. Remember, developing this superpower isn't about gaining the ability to control time and space. It's about expanding your consciousness to embrace the true nature of reality. It's about recognizing that you are not just a being in time and space, but an expression of the eternal, infinite consciousness that underlies all existence. In our final segment, we'll explore a superpower that brings all the others together, representing the pinnacle of human spiritual development. This ability has the potential to transform not just the individual, but the entire world. We arrive at the pinnacle of our exploration, the fourth and most profound superpower, cosmic consciousness. This ability represents the ultimate evolution of human potential, a state of being that transcends all limitations and boundaries. Cosmic consciousness is not just another ability or skill. It's a fundamental shift in the very nature of one's existence. Those who attain this state no longer experience themselves as separate individuals, but as expressions of the universal consciousness that underlies all of reality. In this state, all dualities dissolve. There is no longer any separation between self and other, between subject and object, between the observer and the observed. The individual consciousness merges with the cosmic consciousness, experiencing a state of unity that defies description. This superpower encompasses and transcends all the others we've discussed. Absolute presence becomes a constant state of being. Quantum resonance extends to encompass all of existence. The chronospatial fluidity becomes effortless, as all of time and space are experienced as a single, eternal now. Those who attain cosmic consciousness radiate a profound peace and love that affects everything around them. Their mere presence can heal, inspire, and awaken others. They become living embodiments of the highest truths, capable of guiding humanity towards its fullest potential. But make no mistake, the path to cosmic consciousness is not an easy one. It requires a complete surrender of everything we think we know about ourselves and the world. It involves facing our deepest fears, embracing our shadow aspects, and letting go of all attachments. The journey begins with a sincere desire for truth above all else. This means being willing to question every belief, every assumption, every aspect of our identity. It requires a radical honesty with ourselves and a willingness to face whatever we find within. As we progress, we must learn to quiet the mind and open the heart. This involves practices that cultivate both deep stillness and unconditional love. Meditation, selfless service, and devotional practices all play crucial roles in this process. The final stage involves a leap into the unknown, a willingness to let go of everything, including our very sense of self. This is often described as a kind of death and rebirth, a complete dissolution of the ego followed by a re-emergence as something far greater. As you contemplate this ultimate superpower, reflect on your own journey. Have you experienced moments of unity or transcendence? Have you felt a calling to something greater than your individual self? These could be early stirrings of cosmic consciousness within you. Remember, the development of these superpowers is not about becoming superhuman. It's about fully embodying our true nature as expressions of the cosmic consciousness. It's about remembering who we really are and living from that place of ultimate truth. As we conclude our exploration, I invite you to hold these possibilities lightly. Don't strive for these powers out of ego or desire for control. Instead, focus on your own growth, on expanding your awareness and deepening your connection to all of life. For in the end, it is not the powers themselves that matter, but the love, wisdom, and unity they represent.